in here? Who up in here? Hi, y'all.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing. No, this shit ain't looking, and I just got to start on here with on Instagram.
Yes. Well, we are, I think we're all live.
We gotta make sure.
He has the amazing, pretty,
Filters.
new screen.
Right.
And I have the,
I got
it's
the
cracked.
screen.
Okay, it's cracked.
Oh, y'all cracked over here?
I don't even
Cracked
know
over there.
what spirit is in that phone right there.
Crack is whack.
Because it ain't even cracked. Well, it is.
It's got filters and everything.
It's cracked, but it looks like it may have Ebola.
You know what?
The screen is black and
My shit got Ebola in the mother. Where's it?
Ah.
There you go.
Xavier phone the only one
Okay.
popping.
Well, so just so you
So
guys
me.
know who these people are, because y'all know who they are on y'all page, but you may not know who they are on my page. So this is, and tell them what you do.
I'm Nita Kane. Welcome to Real Hair Talk, y'all. I'm a hairstylist. I've been working with Tony. Thank you for being on the show since I was like 22. Okay.
Oh my God.
Back in the day at 1092. This is Xavier.
Yes,
Introduce
Xavier.
yourself.
How y'all doing out there?
Sorry, y'all. I couldn't get my Facebook to work on my phone, so I'm not on Instagram. But you can follow. What is your name on
Rochelle.
Instagram? Official Sir Tony?
Rochelle on.
No, it's my Instagram is The Real Sir Tony.
The Real Sir Tony.
I'm live on there, but also too.
Yeah, everybody say their Instagram name.
Yeah.
So we get some.
I'm The Real Sir Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm Xavier L. Westbrook.
And I'm Nita Kane.
You have a rich name.
Yes.
Xavier West.
L. Rest.
L.
Oh, do-da-da-da. Welcome to Real Hair Talk, y'all. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm having a
Oh,
drink,
yeah, we have to do a
y'all.
cocktail.
Yes.
Let's have a
Cocktails,
cheers.
cocktails.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, darling. My cup ain't full. I need some
Look.
out.
Oh, you need
Excuse
some
me.
Hey, we drinking on Campo. I don't know how you say that, but that's what we
Campo
drink.
Campera.
That's what we drinking on tonight.
It's caviar of champagne.
Caviar champagne.
champagne.
This is $10,000 bottle. No.
Well, I'm gonna need that other bottle that's not open as a gift, so I can go pawn it
Right.
and pay some bills.
Okay.
Right. Excuse me. We are so glad you guys are tuning in tonight. We are so happy to have Sir Tony.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm so happy that you're here. We've
I'm
been
so
trying
happy
to get
you
you on
guys
here
had
for
me
the
come.
past 5
Oh,
months.
God. And I promise you, if you had, I don't know why I wasn't here 5 months ago, but I would have been here.
Because
Okay.
we was just trying. You see the struggle?
I know. I get
We
it.
was waiting at the door.
I get it.
You know, I'm always
At the
late.
door.
Xavier always be waiting for my ass.
At the
So,
door.
At the door.
And I just try to be present.
Right, and you was.
That's
You was
it.
here at on time. We appreciate you. So, guys, what we're going to talk about tonight is money.
Money.
Money in this industry. Sir Tony has done amounts and amounts of hair. How long have you been doing hair, Tony?
I've been doing hair for since I was 16, so about a
Damn.
little over 22 years. I'm 43 now. I'm 43.
Yes.
And
Black don't crack.
yeah.
Like don't
Black
crack,
don't
honey.
crack,
And I
y'all.
said that
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah,
to, and I said that I'm going to, I don't know. I'm just trying to do better, y'all. I'm just trying to do better, and it's a struggle, but I'm doing better.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
We all doing better.
We all doing better. We all doing better. It's hard out here. You know, it's, as we always talk on every show, how hard it is. You know, why we feel we should get paid the way we do.
Yeah.
Because of our struggles in real life. You know, we go through the same things you guys go through. Just because you come in here and we make y'all beautified, and we listen to all your stories and everything, and we feel like we have all the answers, we go through the shits too.
Yeah, we sure do.
We go through the shits. So tonight, I wanted all of us to discuss the money. You know, in this industry, people they used to think, now they ain't thinking that shit no more, that hairstylists don't make money. You know, they used to think that, but hairstylists and barbers be clocking. We clock.
Clocking
You know,
dollars.
and depends on how hard you push, depends on who you deal with. It depends on how your money is. You know what I mean? So we wanted to share with you guys just about how, as a stylist or an independent contractor, because this goes for nail artists, this goes for people that do facials, estheticians, this goes for a little bit of everybody in the beauty business that pay booth rent, or you pay rent to somewhere. How do we manage our money? How is it that you can make so much money and then years later have nothing to show for it?
Right.
You know what I mean? Have we all went through that, y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost
Because
definitely.
hairstylists we are self-employed people, so we have to pay for everything and buy everything out of our own pockets. We gotta buy our own insurances. We gotta buy our own 401ks, all that good stuff that we don't get from a 9-to-5 job.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the hardest part of being a hairstylist. Period.
Right. Right.
And just so there's a huge difference between the Caucasian industry and the black industry. When it comes to, there's a huge difference. A huge difference. And when it comes to that, and there's different stories that you hear, and just different communities of how people band together and help each other and stuff. I went to a seminar a few years ago where it was predominantly Caucasian people, and they were talking about supporting each other.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't talking about just supporting each other by, spending money. They were talking about supporting each other by getting insurance plans
Mm-hmm.
and employing each other on the plan so they could all pay a low copayment.
Right.
Right.
And I just thought that was so genius for them to do. The same way that people say Hispanics will all live in a house together and save up money.
Like 15 people.
Yeah, 15 of them in the house.
Piled up.
But all we see is them piled up. We don't see, if you stay around and look long enough, you will eventually see that they move out into their own house that they built and
Right.
that they have, done certain things. So I think that that's something that we should most definitely talk about, is how to help each other, how we can help each other get to a certain level. And I know that, folks feel like they want to do it themselves. Oh no, I got this, boo. I want to do my own thing.
Right.
It's fine. Trust me. If you have not been in this game longer than, I'm going to say, 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
you need guidance. Trust me. You need guidance.
You
And-
need guidance,
Yes,
boo.
and I don't care where you come from. You can have an accountant background. You can have all of that. None of that matters. You have to be in this thing in order to experience it.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure do.
Exactly.
Sure do.
Exactly. A lot of these insurances, like what is that one that you can get on? I forget the name of that one. Insurance. Combined insurance.
Yeah.
And then there was another one that used to come to salons. And it's not Geico, it's the little duck thing. Aflac.
Aflac.
Yeah.
Aflac.
Yeah.
A lot of them used to come to salons and try to insure, because a lot of stylists think that they don't need insurance. A lot of times you think you can run around and just continue to do things and just continue to do hair. Oh, I got this. That's why I always say being a licensed stylist provides you with being able to get that insurance to insure your hands if anything happens. If you don't have a license, you can't get that insurance.
Look.
You know what I mean?
What was that? Mariah Carey, she got insurance on her legs.
Right. Tina Turner did too.
You get insurance. Hairstyles, we need insurance on our fingers, okay?
Yeah.
Because
For
our
real.
fingers make our money. And so
Yeah.
we ain't got no fingers, we can't do your hair.
Yeah.
Right.
And because it's such a strenuous job with standing and moving around, and it's just a lot of things that you have to deal with, you should just be able to have insurance overall.
Period.
Because if you don't feel, if you don't, something happens, you don't feel like working,
Mm-hmm.
you should be able to take an off day.
Right.
You should be able to take an off day. Now the difference is that we have to deal with people on a day-to-day basis, and most of them are coming to us because oh, it's prom tomorrow, or it's a wedding, or it's something. So it's kind of harder to say, girl, I ain't really feeling it today. I can't. She's like, what do you mean my wedding is tomorrow? What do you mean? So we have to we have to kind of juggle, like, you know, who we say no to and when we're feeling it and stuff like that. I had a guy tell me recently that I was I don't know what was going on. I had the flu or something, but I was really sick. And he says to me, I says, well, I'm not going to be working for a few days because, you know, I have the flu, possibly pneumonia, barely walk, can't talk, and I won't be able to do you. Okay, no problem. Just put the hair on and I'll go get it cut.
What you mean just put the hair on? I told you I'm sick.
Like, literally, I mean, some people do not care because they have things to do and all that. But I have mastered that. So what I do is that I keep numbers of my friends that do these services, and I refer them when I cannot do it.
Exactly.
Right.
And the hardest thing about that too is because everybody feels like their stylist is the best at what they haven't done. So I get it, I understand it, but you should most definitely have a backup, whether it's one that your stylist prefers, whether it's somebody that your stylist
kind of
refers to you,
but kind of is on the same line.
Exactly.
To where it's like, okay, you may not be adjusted to their hands, but you'll like it when you're done.
Painted?
I'm painted up.
Yeah, I just had to look over. I said, wait a minute.
She paid for the guy.
Okay, she is painted.
She's bait.
Hold on, where's my makeup finish?
Wait. We forgot. He also does makeup, guys.
Yes,
he does hair and makeup.
And he sings,
dance, twirl, twerk, all of it.
All of it. I used to be able to drop it like it's hot. Now I gotta let it down like it's warm.
I'm older than
just
you.
Dropped.
You better drop it like it's
Look,
hot.
he just dropped.
You just dropped.
I just dropped, and I wait for somebody to come around and pick me up.
No, boo. No, it's Tony. You know, we're switching all over the places. We're talking tonight. This is Real Hair Talk.
We talk.
You know, Tony has touched the likes of many celebrities. In Vogue, Maya. What are some of the other people you worked with?
Yeah, I've been very fortunate to work.
We're not trying to brag, but we just want you to know the lives of the people that he's touched.
Yes.
I was with Etta James for years. I was with Aretha Franklin. I've done some work with Donna Ross. The amazing Miss Mickey Howard, Vesta Williams.
Yes.
Now Miss Margaret Avery, Ava DuVernay. So I've been really blessed to work with some great people, and because I've always loved what I do, I never paid attention to who I was doing it for.
Right.
Yes, you realize that you're working with someone important and somebody that's a celebrity, but overall, with anyone, even if it's the everyday working woman, you want to just always be able to give them the best that you have to offer, regardless of what they're paying.
Right. Like Anita Baker said, giving you the best little
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
right.
so even
celebrities are people too. So
yes. But that's what we have to remember. People think that, a celebrity, they're going to treat you better than the whole wide world. No, that's why you got to treat everybody that you come in contact with the same.
Right.
You know, the same as your personality, because each of them may not give a damn about you. They just want you to put the work in. They want you to slay. They want you to pack their bags, dress them, fix the earrings. They want you to do everything. And at the end, they may not care about you.
Like, I literally do everything. Like, if I'm out with someone, regardless of what's going on, like if they have a stylist, they have a makeup artist, or whatever the case is, my goal is to make sure that when I'm there, they have a sense of relief.
Right.
My presence should bring them comfort. It should bring them like, oh, Tony here, so I ain't got to worry about nothing. Whatever's going to happen, Tony's going to work it out. And that's normally what I do for my clients. And I've really been blessed because majority of the divas that I've worked with in the industry, they believe that you should be paid for your services.
Right, I love it.
Yeah.
Because they old school. That's
Yes,
why.
and that's
They used
and,
to be back there fighting with the record company trying to get their shit.
yeah,
So, you know,
and a
they're
lot of
trying to
people
pay you.
ask me. They say, "Well, Tony, why don't you work with the younger people?" It's not that I get calls to work with the younger generation now, but I mean, I really prefer taking care of the people that have been in the industry for a while, because what happens, and I'm sure you guys have seen this, they are really big at one point in their life, and then they just pushed over to the side and forgot about.
Right. Right.
By not just by the industry, but by the team that they built lives for,
Right.
the hair and makeup artists that they put on the map.
Right.
Because they now want to work with all of these new current people and all that. So people normally forget about them. So it's kind of sort of been a blessing for me to be able to still be able to work with them and give them current looks and make them feel good and make them feel. I think that's the biggest part of my calling when it comes to beauty, is being able to make sure that all of the women that I touch feel loved.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the ultimate goal. When they walk in disheveled and feeling crazy, unamazing, and when you're done with them, they're back on track. They feel amazing. They have a whole nother attitude.
Yeah, because I have plenty of my clients, they will text me randomly 3 weeks later. I'm like, oh, I just want to let you know my hair was fabulous. I got so many compliments. You made my day. I feel great about myself. And I'm like, yes.
Right.
Yes. That
Come
means
through
I'm doing my
hands.
job right.
Come through hands.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why it is important when you want to make these people feel good and you want to continue to work. We don't want to be working until we're 85, standing behind the chair. That's why it is important to make sure that we get into any independent contractor, I'm speaking of anyone, to put your money away. I've made so much money back in the years ago that where's my money at now?
Gone.
I'm still busting tail to make it every week.
Gone.
You know what I mean?
And this is real. This is really real. This happens. This happens, and for anyone to say that it hasn't happened, they probably haven't put yet on there yet.
Right.
But if you...
Yes, we do. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Reading the,
Yeah, we
reading
are.
the
comments.
viewers.
You read your comments.
Sorry, viewers.
Who is that? Libra boy swag.
We read the comments,
Little boy
y'all.
swag.
We
Libra
just,
boy
we just so
swag.
excited to just be real here and talk. We're just trying to inform you guys on how to, when you get a little older, to enjoy retirement.
Yes.
Right.
To enjoy life, to enjoy not being 80 and you're still standing behind a chair.
Yeah.
If your hand, I've had tendonitis issues. I had a time when I couldn't work for like 2 weeks. And I didn't have my insurance set up correctly.
Yeah.
And where was my money? I couldn't make any money for 2 whole weeks.
And then you're behind on your bills.
Right, behind on booth rent, trying to figure out how to get it together, you know what I mean? Trying to still pay for groceries and stuff like I was talking about last week with the prices. If you don't charge what you're worth and all the hard work that you put in, where's the money going to go? You can't give all your homegirls discounts.
That's just like clients always want to pay less, but then they go around and preach, oh, let's support our black businesses, but
Thank
you don't
you.
want to pay us.
Right.
Like, how are we supposed to grow as a black business if you don't want to pay us?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You gotta want to support each other. You know, just like we support all the, and I'm not naming races or trying to be race. I'm not doing that. I'm just showing that even the Koreans and Vietnamese people, how much black support do they get?
Yeah.
They own all the beauty supplies. They own all the fried chicken spots. They own all the shopping centers that you buy your donuts and sandwiches at the same place.
Right.
You know, where they own all nail shops.
And one thing I will say, though, about that is that it is much easier for them to access
It
the
is.
things that they do not allow black beauty supplies and all that stuff to. And I've had clients and friends that have owned black beauty supplies, and they say that they cannot get in
This is
to
true.
that market in order to buy this stuff as cheap as they give it to everybody else for. So I really get it. I really understand. But the stuff that you can buy and the stuff that you do have in your store, it's got to be dusted off.
And try
got to be clean. It's got to be organized.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yes, it's got. It's. I mean, it's really. Yes, we want people to patronize us. Yes, we want people to give us the money and all of that and all that. But I mean, the business etiquette is so poor.
Right, you're right. Yeah. But a lot of us don't push. I don't know even if you get the money, a lot of us don't push, or you're not keeping up with the prices like everybody else to make it accessible for other people to walk in and buy your products. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, that's how you do that.
I just found it out too. You see, I was like, "Let's learn something." But Michael, yes, I don't know exactly how that would happen, but I don't know how to bring you on. But I guess at some point we will. Because right here, you touched the comment.
Oh,
see,
I'm all the way through.
Go live.
All the way through. But yeah, no, but it's hard. It's hard for our black folks to get it together, all of us, because I've done it. We've all done it. We've all made tons of money in the 90s. The 90s were popping.
Oh my God, I made
early 2000s, when everybody was Running Man, it was popping. Like when everybody was dancing, making videos, things were popping, and we were making money. And every time the jewelry man comes in, what was I getting? All the bracelets, all the earrings. Oh, I need that outfit. I was spending money like...
I need that movie, that DVD, that
oh
CD.
My gosh.
The bootleg DVD CD man come through.
And this is amazing.
You ain't lying. I got hella DVDs.
Right? And it's amazing because we experienced that a lot at 1092.
Oh my God.
But one thing I would say, even then, Miss Lillian, she was a business. She was a bulldog when it came to running that place.
Ooh.
Because if she saw you walking through there selling stuff, she would pull you in the office and say, "Okay, baby, I don't mind you doing that, but just bring me my 10%."
Mm-hmm. Rochelle used to do it too.
And it makes
don't play with Rochelle, honey.
Run me my money.
And it really makes sense. But when I feel like 1092 was the start of my celebrity career in this industry. Because I got a chance to meet so many amazing people. James Gibson, when James Gibson was alive,
I never got to meet James.
He was doing Stephanie Mills, Mickey Howard. He was doing all of them divas. And when I left there, I almost felt lost because that was the only place that I really knew how to function in.
Yeah.
So.
That's me. I felt lost when I left as well.
Yeah. And so I ended up going to a little salon on Pico called Classic Cuts. And how I found the salon, the day they told me that 1092 was closing down, do you remember? I had redid my whole room.
I remember that. I
had redid the whole room. I did the floors. I did the walls. I had custom blinds. I just had everything in this room.
Right.
And so... and they told me a week after I finished doing it, we have to leave. I had spent almost $10,000 in this room just to get this room to where it was.
Together.
But when I left, I was so discouraged because I had put all this money into this room, and I just knew this was going to be my home to build, my thing.
Right.
And I said, "Well, God, I don't know what's going on. I just want you to direct me." So I'm on Pico. I'm driving up Pico. And here it is 2 days later, and I'm like, I need to find a place. The traffic stopped. When the traffic stopped, I looked over to my right, and I saw this little salon. And I said, it's a salon. It doesn't seem like it gets much business, so I could probably, go here, and my celebrities would be fine coming in here without, no problems. As I was getting ready to knock on the door, the woman put a booth for rent sign out as I'm knocking on the door.
Wow.
There was not a for rent sign out, and I said, "Hey, I just wanted to know if you had any spaces available." She's talking to me through the door, and she goes, "How did you know I was renting a space?" I said, "I didn't. I just looked over and saw this." But that woman, Clarissa Owens, her name is Clarissa Owens. She taught me the fundamentals of being a stylist, a successful stylist,
right?
And how to manage my money. She introduced me to index annuities. She introduced me. She said to me, she says, Tony, how much money do you make? I said, I don't know, maybe $8 or $9, $10,000 a month. I don't know.
And see
Like,
how you don't know. How you
And
don't
so,
know.
and I'm thinking,
Don't
like,
know.
you know, that this is, that's a lot.
No, see?
And so,
Don't know nothing. They got every money that I get is this I'm spending.
yeah, and that's pretty much what happens when you're in the salon. So, she said, get your statements. Do not open your statements for 6 months. And when 6 months get here, bring me the statements. Took her the statements. She opened them, looked at them. She said, oh, okay. And she looked at them. She says, Tony, how much money do you make a month? Now, she told me, she says, Tony, when she told me to save up my statement, she says, put every dime in the bank. She says, I don't care if you draw it out 2 seconds later.
Right.
Run it through the bank so you have a record of what you make.
Boom.
I said, okay. I ran it through there and I took it right out because I needed it.
As we all do, gotta pay bills.
And so what ended up happening was she went through all those statements and she says, now remember, I told her I made about $8,000 a month. This is what I told her. Because this is what,
Off your head,
yeah,
right?
this is just off my head. She says, Tony, do you know you make $20,000 a month?
Ooh.
I said,
Boy.
who make $20,000 a month? I said, who in the world
I
makes
make $20,000
$20,000 a month? She's
Right.
like, Tony, it's right here. Look, this is
Right.
17. This is 18. This is 21. This is 22. And she was going down the line. And I was so amazed by that to the point that it started making me do that more and more and more.
Right.
Right.
And I would suggest anyone, if you do not know what you make, when you get that money, run it through that bank account. Even if you got to take it out and pay a bill, whatever you got to do, run it through that bank account because you cannot properly start a healthy financial situation if you don't know what your finances is.
Yes.
Right.
That's right.
And Clarissa Owens told me this, and I would
You go, Clarissa.
I would literally advise you all to find Clarissa Owens on Facebook, send her a message, and just say, hey, I talked to Tony. Tony told me that you could give me the tools to start me to being a better steward over my money.
Right. Right.
And
Come
I'm
on
telling
now.
you, everybody needs it.
Clarissa.
Everybody needs it. And from that point on, she got me retirement. She got me my index annuities, my CDs, and all that stuff. I took all of that money out.
But you still
But
have
she
it.
got, she showed me how to do these things. And because she showed me how to do these things, I was able to see a brighter future for myself.
Right.
Because it was times that you do all of this stuff and you be like, what am I doing all this for? Like, I'm broke.
And you
Right.
get lost. Money under the mattress. You can't keep up with money under the mattress unless you are one of those type of persons that documents everything. And it's not that easy to document money under the mattress or money in your okay, it's good to have your little cash in the safe or a little cash at home in case emergencies happen, anything happen, you can't get to the bank or earthquake, shit breaks down and you can't, it's always good to have a little something, but like you said, the best thing to do, run that money through the bank. A lot of times if you run it through the bank, you're not going to spend it as quick as you would if you had it under the mattress.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And I tell people this all the time. I think that you should have your money in some institution.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, it's okay to have your little stash somewhere in case for emergency, but you should absolutely have your money in somewhere, in somebody's institution that you can gain interest off of.
Right.
Because your money is just sitting in your bank account. The bank is using that money and they ain't paying you for it.
No,
but
they're
you
not.
let
They're
it,
charging you.
But you let an insufficient fund charge come through and you ain't got it.
$35.
They gonna charge you for that and they're not gonna blink.
Right.
But yet they're using your money on a day-to-day basis when it's in the bank.
Right.
So,
Yep.
most definitely, find some type of way. Find a savings account that has interest or something so that way you can make something off of it.
Yeah.
I just found out about Acorn. Have you heard about that? It's an app. And what they do is that you can invest as aggressively as you wanted to. You hook it to your bank account, and basically, when you go to somewhere and spend, they invest your change. So if you break $1 and it's 50 cents left, they invest that 50 cents.
Really now?
Come on now.
Come through. Hey,
Come on
Corn.
with
There
the
you go,
knowledge.
sir.
Come
And-
through knowledge.
Yeah, and it's so, and you can go as little as that, or you can go $5 a month, or you can go as aggressive as you want to go.
Right.
But the thing I love about it is that these are some of the most trusted investment firms and institutions in the world that are investing these things for you and doing this. One of my friends, he's been doing it probably for about 3 months now. Off of his change, he's already made $1,500, $2,000.
Wow. Wow.
So, there's some really great things out there. But as far as a stylist, I'm telling you, if you want stability, get with someone. Carissa Owens told me, she said, pay yourself before you pay anybody.
else.
and that's
Pay
what-
yourself before you pay anybody. And you absolutely have to, because without you, ain't nothing working.
No.
So if you can't take $100 or $50 and put that off to the side before you give anybody their money,
Right.
it doesn't make sense.
You'll be struggling penny for penny, dime by dime. I
Yeah.
went through that. You make this amount of money, you spend it all. Then what happens to the products? We still have to remember that you have to keep your products going. You got to keep lights and towels and
All that.
capes and all the important things to keep your clients happy. If you're a makeup artist, you got to keep that makeup going. You know what I mean? All your palettes and brushes and cleaners and things that are flat irons, shears, things that you don't think that your stylist has to worry about, or a
Yeah.
stylist yourself has to worry about. You got to worry about keeping those things up, because you
Yeah.
can't buy a pair of clippers and not keep it up.
Yes.
You got to get it sharpened. You got to take it to the shop. Your shears, you got to keep up. Your products, you got to keep up. You know what I mean? So if you don't pay yourself first,
Cheap.
how you gonna
Yeah.
be able to provide for your clients,
Exactly.
or even provide for yourself?
And it's true. And the basis of all of that starts with knowing what you're supposed to do paperwork wise.
Uh-huh.
Like everything. This is a business meeting.
Yes,
Right.
This is champagne. This is a business meeting.
yes.
That should be written off.
Look, let me,
This
let me-
is a
look,
business meeting.
look,
You're writing this off on taxes.
look.
And and so
Look,
like,
we write everything
Right when
on.
I file my taxes, you wait.
yeah, and so all of this stuff is stuff that you have to consider when it comes to that. When your stuff is set up properly, literally, you driving, the car that you drive,
Gas in your car.
everything is a
write-off.
write-off. All of that is a write-off. So these are things that you should most definitely be aware of. If you're not the type of person that, I don't know money and all that, find you somebody that does, and just do what they tell you to do.
Right.
Somebody that you trust.
Right.
Someone that you know is going to have your back regardless of what's going on.
Right.
But everyone needs that person. And if you don't have that person, ask somebody that you admire. Ask your mentor, how do I do this? Or do you know somebody that can help me with this?
Right.
You have to start by asking. You got to get out there and ask. No one cares that you broke.
Right.
No.
Nobody
Right.
cares that you broke.
Zero.
The only
Right.
time they care that you broke is when you start showboating and can't show up like you showing out.
Right.
Hey.
And it's a lot of broke people that be out here flossing and tossing and,
Making-
oh, hey,
Yeah.
I was over
Instagramming,
here
posting.
Instagramming with 2,000 followers, but you ain't got 2 cents. Or you got 5 roommates. Or, you know what I mean? You rolling in the bins, but you got 5 roommates.
Or you living at home
You
with
know
your
what I
mama.
mean? And then you don't file no taxes. So the IRS coming after you, because I've had it happen. But I learned that you can't play with the IRS. So if you're a licensed professional, you can write that license off as well, because you pay that every 2 years. You pay your booth rent. You can write that off. You know what I mean?
And
We
it's
got
true.
to be organized. It was a time when I would be lagging with filing my taxes. And when they start
It was
going into
times I
your
didn't
account and
file
taking
no
your money,
taxes.
it was a time when I didn't either. But I was like,
Yeah.
I can't live like this. I have to file taxes because it just makes it better for my life.
Yeah.
I don't want them. I don't want to get audited. I don't want to, Then I was scared when I didn't have my license to be trying to file, because I'm like, dang, okay, they wonder about your life. They always ask, well, do you have a license? Do you pay a license every year, every 2 years? What am I gonna say if I don't have one?
Yeah.
If you backyard Sally, what you gonna say if you don't have one? It's okay to do these YouTube videos, as I said, and try to be cute and all that old stuff. But what's cute if you're gonna be doing hair every single day and not have your license?
Yeah.
So that you can prepare yourself to file your taxes, to save your money. You're not going to think professionally if you don't have that professional backing.
But
Period.
Like I said before, a majority of black stylists in salons, they just spend their money buku crazy.
Yes.
And they don't think about business wise, and their clients don't respect them because they're not operating their business as a business.
Right.
They're just
exactly.
doing hair and collecting money and getting all the dollars.
Yeah.
Right.
And then spending it all, but not thinking about the important things that you need to be doing.
Right.
And what's not important, what is absolutely not important as a stylist in the industry, it's not important that you have an ego or you have pride to not ask for help. Because so many people, I'm not going to be doing this thing. I'm not going to be standing up chasing nobody at 50 and 60. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing
Me
it.
neither.
And whatever it is I have to do to make sure that happens, I'm going to do it. But you most definitely have to. It's okay. We all mess up. We all have years of things that we didn't do right. But now you can make it right. This is your time to make it right as a stylist. If you no longer love what you do, it's in vain to not love what you do, still doing it, and not get paid for it.
Oh man.
That's
Say
the
it
most.
again.
That's the worst feeling in the world.
It
That's
is.
like
It's to
reposting.
be sitting up doing something, and you know at the end of the day, you still don't have enough to pay your rent.
Right.
Yeah.
But they show hounding you for those services though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I want this color. Oh, I want that relaxer. You know, I want that haircut that I saw. I want that Tony
They
Braxton.
want all these services,
want this.
but don't want to pay.
I want that Megan Thee Stallion. I want that Nicki Minaj. I want that Cardi B.
Hey, Denise.
All y'all want these wigs and all these front laces
Yeah.
and all this all good stuff that's popping right now. But then what you gonna do about it?
And this is the biggest. If you want to stay broke, if you really want to stay broke, how can I say this without offending people?
Say it. This real hair talk. You better say
Hair
that
talk,
shit.
okay. Look, we
This real hair talk.
cocktails.
We got to turn down the what?
Hey, Michelle.
Spill the real.
But look, mine is off, so they gonna start coming to y'all.
I know. Sorry, y'all. Tony,
So,
that little thing went on a little bit.
but if you really, really
Yes.
want to stay broke,
Hi, Xavier's people.
Get
But
this
go
in,
ahead.
brother. Keep going.
be concerned with being a celebrity stylist,
Right.
because that's nothing but a title. That's nothing but a title.
It really is.
It's nothing but a title at all. Everybody, if you're good, this is what I tell people. You don't ever have to worry about trying to get no celebrity, trying to get known, trying to do any of that. All you have to do
Please
is
say
do
it.
great work.
Yes.
That's it. That's all that
Do
matters.
great work. I don't care. You could be blind, crippled, and crazy. If you do great work, them women are going to come because they know that you know what you're doing. They love you as a person, and they're going to invest in you because people invest in what they want.
Right.
And the best way to get over people
Consistency.
doing the whole money thing about I don't have enough for this, I don't have enough for that. People forget that having your hair done, that is an accessory. That's not a necessity.
Oops,
Right.
say it again.
Hey now.
Say it again.
That's an accessory. That's
Not
not
a
a necessity.
necessity. Thank
It's
you.
not at all.
Thank you.
So when it comes to you having to pay your stylist, and being in this industry has taught me a lot more when I go out and see waiters and see people, when I get barbers that cut my hair, I tip really good because I know what it's like to slave over somebody's head, and you go like, this was a lot of work for me today. And then they go and you charge them $60 and they give you $59.
Oh.
You know what?
And be like,
With my
well,
knife.
I owe you $2 more. Is that okay? No, boo, it's not okay.
So I'm already giving you a deal and you ain't even got the deal.
But see, that's why you
But
can't
see-
give deals.
But see, well, my thing is, I don't look for tips because majority of black clients don't really tip,
And that's
the way
sad.
they're supposed to tip. So I don't look for a tip. As long as you pay my price on my board,
Thank
Yeah.
you.
as long as you got that correct, I don't
Thank
give a
you.
damn
Yeah.
if you got a tip or not.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because that's not
But
what we
you
work
should
for.
tip because I'm giving you my all,
Right.
and I'm giving you the best of the best.
And this
But-
and this is for the stylists. I know we have some clients out there. I know we have some clients out there that some clients. So just know that when you really appreciate your stylist, that's a way to let them know that you appreciate them.
Right.
Is by tipping them.
Right.
That lets them know that you appreciate them, and that's a great. That's just a great way to let people know, oh, you're doing a good job.
Right.
And it's okay too. It's okay to talk to your stylist. When something ain't right, just go, hey, can we fix this, or can we make this a little better, or
Right.
can we do this next time, or whatever the case is. It's okay to give people a chance that you know can get the job done.
Right.
Opposed to just leaving, oh, they didn't do this right, and they've been doing it right for 10 years, but today...
I don't play that.
Right.
You're not walking out this door
If you don't like
if
it,
you don't like your hair.
Exactly.
and you can't come
You
back
better
3 days later talking about
let
can I get a
me
recurve?
know.
Nah, but
Before you walk up out this door, because you're not texting me and wasting my time and day because
Yeah.
you didn't like your hair. Tell me before you walk out this door,
Mm-hmm.
do you like your hair, yes or no?
right,
No. Let's change it right now.
right.
Yeah. I have I have a friend that's a stylist. He says the same thing. He says black people don't tip. And because black people don't tip, he says I put their tip in my price.
Hey, 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 that's how you gotta do it.
Right, right,
And to be honest, how you run your business, if it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
right.
It works
Oh,
for
yeah.
you. But that's how we feel appreciated is when you go, oh, hey, there you go, thank you.
Like you do when you go to the restaurant. The lady that's serving you the drink. When you go to the bar, you tip the waiter. You tip the bartender. You know what I mean? Your favorite bartender, I bet you tip because you want to have drinks and they want to give you extra shots and
But-
you know what I mean?
But
It's the same difference. Anybody that works in the industry, it's the same difference.
But black clients don't treat us like this is a business. They
No.
look like, oh, they just doing my hair. Oh, they just look at me up.
Some charge, because you know that.
Oh, I'm okay though.
Okay. Because I saw that no
They're
bad.
like, boop, boop.
There we
The
go.
boop boop.
Yeah. We're trying to get some charge going here,
Yeah,
y'all.
you know how I be dysfunctional, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know I be dysfunctional.
Yeah.
Trying to get it together.
But yeah,
Yeah, but
clients, black clients, they treat us like it's just Juanita. Oh, it's just Xavier. They just doing her hair real quick. They don't treat us like this is a business. Like they go to Target or
Right.
they go to Walmart.
right.
They don't complain about their prices. So why you gotta come over here and complain about our prices?
They don't complain about the Louis prices or the Gucci prices.
Right. You
don't
go
complain.
to the nail salon. You pay your $100 for them nails.
Right. You want the crystals. You want the two-tone acrylics.
But you want to come to the salon, you want to get a relaxer, you want to get a weave, you want to get color, you want to get a character treatment, you want to get this, you want to get that. I only got $50.
No, boo.
What?
And there was
No,
a
boo.
time earlier
Huh?
in my career that they would go, oh, like, because when you're just trying to get established, and I think every stylist has made this mistake at some point, is that people go, oh, no, it's fine, I'll do it for you, just come and I'll, I'll work it out for you, I'll give you a deal.
I used to.
And
And people
They-
say that.
they really take advantage of it because
They
they
take
go,
advantage of that.
oh, I don't really have the money, but can you do it? And they bring the weave, they bring the relaxer, they bring the color, they bring everything they want on their head, so they ain't got no money.
Child. Well, then you need to do it yourself then. If you
That's
got
why I don't
you
accept
got
the
the products.
Right. I don't
You do
accept
it
your
your damn
That's why
self.
you ain't got no money. You done spent it all on the damn products.
You would have just came with me just empty-handed. I would have gave you all of this.
Like I say, when you go to your favorite taco shop, where you bring your taco shells and
Right.
your own meat.
Yeah, cook my meat. How
Right,
much-
you
this
put
is
it
gonna be
on your
cheap.
grill. Can you you ain't doing none of that. If you wouldn't do it there, don't do it here. You know what I
It's
mean?
true.
Yeah.
But I think
Who's Stacy? Stacy, this is
Rochelle, yeah.
important for stylists.
Yeah.
Who
Oh,
the
hey,
hell is
Rochelle.
Who's Stacy?
Uh,
Nobody cares, Stacy.
But something else that is really, really important for
Hi, all Xavier. We don't want to ignore Xavier's people.
Yeah,
How
we
y'all
don't.
doing,
Hey,
babes?
Elena. Hey.
Hey, y'all.
But what's really important is for the stylists that may be listening that are new to the industry or just been in the industry and tired of it because it's not treating them the way that they think it should treat them. I found that when you start putting you first, everything else will follow.
Right.
everything else will follow.
Look,
Right.
So it's really, really important for you stylists now. If you do not have some type of financial plan set up, I'm gonna be honest, you're in trouble.
yeah.
So how can we tell stylists? Because like I said, even though this is real hair talk, this goes for anybody in the beauty industry. This
Yes.
goes for anybody that are independent contractors, barbers, DJs,
Yes.
the new food people with food trucks. This goes for anybody that has no employer. You
Right.
are the employer. So
Right.
what do we?
Self-employed.
What is there like maybe a slight strategy that we can give to our viewers to say, hey, you know what? When you can put this together like this, you will see money at the end of the day. You will be able to travel for 2 weeks and come back and your lights is not off, or you got to go straight to work because you spent all your money on the vacay. You can't even have good 4th of July, good Thanksgiving vacay because you're using all your money at one time. You know what I mean? So what is a good strategy? Like you were mentioning all the things, but to even begin to start to save your money, what is like maybe one beginning of something to that we can show our viewers and people of how to even see a dollar later on down the line? Hey, dollar.
Well, the
Right.
first thing you have to notice is that something is wrong. That's the first thing. Because a lot of times you don't find nothing. You go, oh no, I'm fine. Like, I got clients. My clients is popping and da-da-da-da. Until you trip and fall and break your wrist.
Ooh.
And then what?
Then
Or whatever the case may be. I say, ask people around you. Go into your bank institution. Go into different. Google it. The Google is the most powerful thing that you can find
me.
successful stylists and ask them, how did you manage financially while the ups and downs of this industry? Because what people don't realize is that when you are in this industry, only what you do for you will last.
right.
Right.
I'm not saying for the celebrity. I'm not saying for none of them people. They all have their own life. They good. They cool. I've even heard of people being with certain famous people for years and years and years.
Still broke.
And when it's time for them to retire, the celebrity is like, "All right, well, it was good. Like, thank you for being with me all these years." And don't think to give them no type of retirement package, no nothing. I mean,
You have to save your money yourself.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
true, and that's what it is. Nobody is going to take care of you like you can take care of yourself.
Right.
The way you would want somebody to treat you on a job, you have to treat yourself like that
Yes.
on the job.
Yes.
You got to go, oh, well, I don't think I have enough vacation days, so let me set up my vacation days throughout the year. I know every third Saturday in 4 months,
Right.
I'm going on a vacation.
Right.
Regardless of what's going on. And it becomes so repetitious to the point that your clients go, oh, ain't this the week that you going on vacation?
Right.
It sure is.
Right. How did you know?
Yeah. And then I even had clients that go, oh, that's so good, Tony. Here's a little something extra. Enjoy yourself. And
Yes.
So that,
Yeah.
because when you put it out, it comes back.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
you absolutely do not be in this industry and you have not set up a plan for yourself. And it's okay that if you haven't done it, do it now.
It's never too late.
Look guilty.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
Yeah.
To
Oh, no,
guilty.
all of us
Guilty.
are guilty in some type of way, and
Look.
you absolutely have to do it
Yeah, you do.
because even your
No
biggest
one's gonna do it but
celebrity
you.
is not going to be hot at some point in their life.
Right. They hot today
It's
and
gone
hot
tomorrow.
Right, gone tomorrow. And so is your money.
Yeah.
If you don't take a hold of it, if you don't take a hold of not trying to be so insta popular or having all these views, well, those views need to be on your bank account. Those views need to be on how you put your money away.
Yeah.
All those views need to be looking at your pockets. You know what I mean? I have a friend that works for New York Life that I got my stuff set up with, Kylie Mason. Kylie Sharfner, forgot. That is helping me now get my stuff together with balancing my money, budgeting. Like you said, when you looked at the budget, how much money you spend on simple stuff, I'm like, dang, really?
Yes.
Why
that
am I
little trip
wasting
to the
that
store
much
to buy
money?
that $2 water,
Right.
it adds up.
Coffee.
That $4 coffee, it really adds up.
Starbucks
Yes.
a day.
Oh, that ain't number $2.95.
Right.
And I tell myself that too today.
That ain't number $2.
Shit, lunch $20 a day.
Sure.
That's $100 a week.
Mm-hmm.
You could have spent $100 at the grocery store and brought your lunch every day,
Hello.
and saved you a good $65.
And if you're the grand girl and you like, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that. You can do it now.
Right.
Start
But-
right now.
But I promise you,
At this second, start
it
now.
will become a point, if you don't have anything financially set up, that you will need to cook at home. Trust me, it will.
Facts on facts on
For all the
facts.
keto people,
Yeah.
or the veganisms or vegetarians,
Baby.
that life ain't cheap.
Oh,
So if you
sorry.
out here trying to buy vegan and vegetarian and keto only foods, you're gonna be spending like $60 for the day. Because that food comes like $25 for some keto.
And then you gotta eat it fast because it spoils quickly.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
So you can't be saving
and I
this
tell
shit.
people this.
Right.
People are so
Keto.
against all of the assistance programs that the government has.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what's going on. I don't care what you're doing. If there's a way for you to make your load lighter, make your load lighter.
Right.
They have now passed and approved food stamps for working people that make a certain amount, self-employed people that make a certain amount of money.
Right.
They have these things in place for you to be able to help yourself. So if you got to get you a food stamp card, go down there and get you a food stamp card.
Don't be
Eat
ashamed
better
of it.
today.
And take that $200
Eat better
that
today.
you're spending on food and put that $200 in your savings.
Right.
Put it towards something that's going to manifest even more money for yourself. So there's ways for you to take care of yourself, but majority of the ways has nothing to do with ego or pride.
No.
Right.
You have to let go
It's all
of
about
ego
living.
and pride. You got
Right.
to let it go in
You
order
gotta
to
live.
survive.
You're so right about that. Ego and pride will have you buried under the ground.
Oh, yes.
Sleeping
You
under
will-
the bridge,
You will not make it.
homeless.
Right.
Okay.
You know, it ain't no good. So that's what we wanted to discuss tonight, y'all. Tuning in, we thank y'all. We're not done yet. We're not done yet, but I'm just saying we thank y'all for even listening
Right.
to us talk about it because we all been through it.
Mm-hmm.
What you got to
Struggle
say,
is
Xavier?
real, but as a salon owner here, over here, okay,
Right.
I've been a salon owner for about 8-9 years now.
Oh, you no wonder why you're here, bro.
Look, there's gray under this purple. Okay, I'm trying to hide the stress of being a salon owner.
Right.
It's a lot of work because I'm not only a salon owner. I do celebrity work. I'm on set. I'm on this. I'm doing that. I'm here. I'm there. I'm all over the place and trying to keep up with all of that and keep the money flowing correctly is very difficult. So the way I run my money is like what he said with the bank statements.
Right.
The bank statements ain't gonna lie.
Right.
I have a business account card for
Right.
X Studios.
Right.
So I swipe everything with that card.
Right.
They ask me, do I want a receipt? No, I don't need a receipt because it's on my bank statements.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So when
'Cause
it's time to do my
it's a new wave
taxes,
stuff now.
I get all my bank statements and do my numbers there.
Right.
That's how I know what I made that year.
Right. They even have an app for that.
Yeah.
They have an app now. I don't remember the name of it, but it calculates everything that you spend. Everything if you just fill. All you gotta do is fill in the blanks these days. Our phones, these iPhones, all these high tech Samsungs, and all these super duper phones with the edge and the this and the glass. Okay, all these phones you can download apps. They have so many apps these days that they did not have years ago. That can totally help you with your business.
Oh my God!
They can help you organize your business.
it's
You know what I
insane.
mean? All you gotta do is fill in the blanks.
It's really, really, really insane. Oh, hey Denise, you are so welcome, love.
Yes, Miss Denise.
Um,
Yes, Rochelle. Bye bye, ego and pride.
Okay.
But one thing I will say for sure is that regardless of what you have going on in your life, and a lot of times what people don't realize is that just because you're working with celebrities does not mean that you're rich. It does not mean that
Or you made it.
No, but most of the time, you what this is what people do not know is that if I work with a celebrity, if I spend, let's say I spend a week with a celebrity. Now, depending on who pays me, I'm not getting paid for at least 2 or 3, 30 days, a month, 2 months sometimes.
30, 90-day turnaround.
Right.
And so you
And
didn't
that's what
spend,
I hate about this industry.
And so you didn't spend
That we
all
don't
of
get our
your
money right away.
time on something, and now the immediate money that you would have got to take care of your bills and do all that stuff is not there because now you didn't put all this time into that. And yes, when it comes, it's great, and yes, sometimes it's fast, good money. But if you have not learned how to properly manage your finances, Top Ramen is going to be honest.
Hey,
You'll be out making spreads.
Wait. Speaking of Top Ramen, I saw a video.
You better make
I saw a
spreads.
video of how to turn Top Ramen to many food items.
Shut up!
I've seen it. They turned the Top Ramens into taco shells.
Shut your mouth,
Okay.
Danielle.
Yes. I've
cannot.
seen it.
I cannot.
I've seen it all.
They trying to make Top Ramen the biz mom.
It really is, though.
No, but no, we just want y'all to get the gist of understanding how to run your money. And for the fool out there that was talking about this ain't an important subject, it is. Because whoever the Stacy is, but we don't care. But what it is that we're trying to show y'all, like I said, anybody that's independent, anybody that doesn't have a boss, you have to, oh shit, how did I do that? What did I do? Oh my God. Sorry guys. Wait, where did it go?
They can still see you.
No, they can't. Wait.
There you
Okay,
go.
sorry y'all.
Yeah.
Woo! Touching the damn phone. I'm about to lose my mind. Lord.
And so, but this is it though, and you're right. It's not important.
Right.
You're right. It's not important. Keep going.
Right, fool.
It ain't
It's not
important yet.
to you.
It ain't important yet. So
Right.
if you're a stylist and you saying that for you to be an independent contractor and you not have retirement and something financially set in place, you're right. It's not important yet.
That means you got a job.
Oh, it will be when you pushing that stuff in the basket.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Because it ain't no
Popping
joke.
bottles.
It happens that fast.
It does.
Before you know it,
happens
like
that
I said,
fast.
the money can come today. You can make $8,000 today, just like a person in real estate. How many times you seen a person in real estate be out here balling? They done made 50 G's in like a matter of 2 weeks, and because they sold a house and they turn around and they got no money. My brother used to work at a bank. He used to be a guy that rolled up in a Ferrari every 2 weeks, depositing at least 80 G's to 100 G's, and he got 50 cents in his account. How are you depositing money and you broke already? You got 50 cents because you got a negative, but you depositing 80 to 100 G's, but you're rolling in this Ferrari. You got a 5-bedroom house. You're renting. Like, it's just silly stuff that people have done that I've come to realize, like, okay, there's other ways around this.
Material things is not
You
important.
know what I mean? So saving your money.
Your life and your future is what's important.
Right.
Not driving around in a Maserati and you live in an apartment with 5 other people.
Right, like I said.
Okay.
Well,
Getting
you,
that
you shouldn't be in a
insurance.
Ferrari if you in an apartment. Period.
It's
That
a lot
part.
of people that do, though.
I
But
know.
Look,
They're in Audis and...
Look, let me tell you, there was a point in my life where I was making $72,000 a year off of hair, and I bought a home,
Right.
and I bought me an expensive car. But I always told myself, I'm gonna drive an expensive car. I need to have a home
To park it in.
to
Right.
park it in, not an apartment.
Now with your 10 roommates.
With 10 roommates.
And I'm
Couldn't
okay.
do that.
And I'm okay. If you feel like you got to get 10 roommates, the great thing about that is
You better be
that
driving a Honda. You better be driving a
And
Honda if
it's
you got
good.
10 roommates.
Man.
because you have done the foundation in order to be able to live how you want to live. That's the smartest thing in the world to me. If you can't afford to pay a house note, but you got a house, move all your damn friends in there.
Right.
And have them
makes
pay
sense.
that house note for you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
That
called
makes
Pocket
sense.
your money.
That's
But
called
a lot
smart
of
living.
folks want to floss a car not realizing that the minute you drive that car off the lot, it depreciates immediately. But your house appreciates. So you got a house, like you said, with 10 friends. It's better than renting a $3,000 apartment and rolling up in a $80,000 car. You're wasting your money every day.
Right.
You eating out. You eating at Maestro's. You over here eating at all the expensive restaurants. You spending money when you go to the club buying all the high-end bottles. Oh, I bought that bottle.
Child.
But then you partied all $5,000 last night. But what do you have to show for it tomorrow?
Nothing.
That's
Not a
very,
damn
that's very
thing.
true, Rochelle. Very, very true.
Yeah.
Anybody that is
Structure.
self-employed,
Yes.
you got to have structure, you guys.
Structure.
But it's very hard.
It is.
Because you're